Winter has finally ended and we're into spring. We're here to chat about the season that was with our senior meteorologist Dick Whittaker. Now Dick, a couple of things really stood out for me over this winter. Now, first of all, we had warmer sea surface temperatures, and it sounds a bit strange, but this controlled a lot of our winter weather, didn't it?
Oh, it certainly did, and not only across the equatorial Pacific, which of course has given us the La Nina situation, but also near the New South Wales coast and in the east. And that's given us some very, very volatile weather right across the winter months.
Yeah, we were getting a lot of photos and reports of water spouts and even a tornado.
This was amazing. This was the situation off Lennox Head, and we think we had a tornado and a water spout. You can see two funnels there, and of course it went across that little township of Lennox Head there, did a lot of damage.
It certainly did. In fact, we had our Weather Channel reporter Ken Heatley on the ground reporting from Lennox Head, and we caught up with him a little earlier today.
We got to Lennox Head about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the morning after the tornado and the water spouts ripped through the town. And when we got there, we could not believe the damage that had occurred. Entire houses were ripped apart, caravans were just tossed like matchbox cars, an entire tree branch was actually impaled through the side of a Toyota Hilux. Amazing that no one was killed. Now, this week we've been speaking to people from Lennox Head, and they were telling us they're still rebuilding the houses that were damaged. There's a lot of scaffolding still up. One house had to be completely knocked down to rebuild. I mean, the damage was too great. They just had to start again. But the caravan park is back to normal, which is good news. But I've been through severe storms, blizzards, and even a Category 3 cyclone, and the damage that I saw that day was far greater than anything else I've seen before.
Incredible scenes there, Dick. Now, what is it about a tornado that causes so much damage?
Well, they're very localised, Lee, in that the actual damage trail can be confined to a very small area, but the sort of winds they can generate, that particular one was probably what we call an F2 tornado, and that could have been generating wind gusts up towards 200 kilometres an hour.
Wow, incredible stuff. Now, the other thing was the ski season. It was certainly off to a very, very slow start, but it came to a real rush at the end, didn't it?
Fantastically. We had a very strong low pressure cell develop to the south of Victoria, and we had 4 separate fronts come through late in August right across the ski fields, and gave us that phenomenal dump of snow, and really changed the whole aspect of the ski season.
I mean, the natural snow depth went from 36 centimetres in late July to 193 centimetres by the end of August. That's a lot of snow to come down in a month.
It certainly is a major dump, and late in the ski season, a very good illustration of better late than never, Lee.
And Victoria, for the first time in around 14 years, seeing average rain, and it resulted in some flooding too.
We saw some very good rain across Victoria, and we think there's going to be more to come too, Lee.
There certainly is. We've got flood watches in place for the northeast river basins already, but a great story for Victoria. Melbourne had its wettest winter in around 11 years. Look, thank you so much for that, Dick. And of course, we also want to thank our viewers who've been sending in some fantastic photos and vision here to the channel. This is another tornado that sparked up at Moama. Of course, we had water spouts off Anna Bay. We had hailstorms in the middle of winter, which is also a very summer-like feature, and more flooding across Victoria as well. What will this coming summer hold? We'd love to have your input. Send your photos in to us either via the website feedback@weatherchannel.com.au or direct from your mobile phone.